Hello, you lovely lot. Sarah Louise here, keeping it real. Today I wanted to speak to you about something that I've been posting recently in my Facebook group. By the way, if you are not a member of my Facebook group, please look me up. It's a public group. From my heart to yours, which is easy to remember, and it's a spiritual and trauma support group, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about today, because I wanted to point out that when you go through traumas in your life, and not just, I'm not just talking about childhood traumas and major traumas. I'm talking about every sort of like obstacle or things that seemingly go wrong, and I've really found that the more people that go through these hard times and difficult lives, the more awake they become spiritually, the more in touch with who they are they become, and the more compassion they have for others, and the more they're able to help others. Now, this is what I do it in my group. It's the reason why I make the YouTube videos. It's because I've had so much to draw upon. I've had an extremely traumatic past, and for a long time I couldn't understand it. I was always I knew I was a good person. I knew that I had a lot of love for people and I wasn't a bad person. And yet all of this shit just continuously kept hitting me all the time. And I felt sorry for myself. I was like, poor me, like, what is wrong with me? Why does this keep happening? And it wasn't literally until really properly a couple of years ago that I actually realised that these things have made me who I am, and the reason they've happened to me is because I've chose to come here on this planet at this time to learn these final lessons. I do believe this is my last lap to learn these final lessons, so that I can accelerate my spiritual growth and my awakening, to find out who I am and what I'm here for. But not only that, the reason I've gone through so many various things is because I have now got the tools to help other people through that, which I have been doing, not knowingly, really, for the majority of my life. I've been doing it anyway, but now I'm doing it consciously, and helping people through their trauma, and into their spiritual awakening. Now, it's very difficult, I know, at the time, but this is something I've had to learn to do, is to change your perspective. So when something seemingly bad happens, there is always a lesson there, and to find, to look for that lesson in what's happened to you, to look for that lesson, so that for next time. And not only do you know for next time, but you can help others with that. Now, through having that lesson, you then grow. You're a stronger person. You have more confidence in yourself because you've got through so much shit, and you've got more confidence to face the rest. And it takes a while to shift that perspective, as like seeing the silver lining, as it were. And it does take a while and a bit of navigating, because like when everything's seemingly doom and gloom, it's really hard to sort of get yourself out of that and say, well, hang on a minute, look what I've got through in the past. What lessons am I going to get for this? How much stronger am I going to be? How I'm going to be able to help others because of what I've gone through. So it's changing that mindset, which is quite difficult. But once you start doing it for a while, it does get easier, and then you start accepting these things that are happening to you. And once you start accepting them, you can actually get to the point where you're grateful for them. Now, this, I know, is a massive, especially if you've suffered, like I did, if you suffered abuse and things like that. To turn around and say that you're grateful that it happened is a massive. It really is. But I can hand on heart say now, with everything I am, that I am truly grateful for all the horrific stuff that went on, because it made me who I am, and I'm so much more awake for it, I'm so much more in touch with my spiritual side. I'm so much more able to see things from a spiritual point of view, to open my third eye, to connect with source, all of these things. it's accelerated my spiritual growth so much. And there's so many different things to draw upon where I can help, because my purpose, I know for definite that my purpose on this earth was to come here and to wake up and to help others awake, and to help others awake through trauma. Because I really do believe, I'm touching it on again, but I really do believe the more trauma you've had in your life, the quicker you're awakening, and the closer you are to, you know, full enlightenment and ascension or whatever. So that is my sole purpose. Now, if it hadn't have been for all of this stuff happening to me, well, then I wouldn't be living my purpose, you know. I would just be blindly going around in the world, probably happy, because in a way, because nothing's going wrong, you know. I've not had money struggles, I've not had traumas and things like that, but I wouldn't be awake. I wouldn't know what I know. I wouldn't be able to help so many people like I help. I would just be bimbling through. And that's, you know, that's not my purpose. And how can I not be thankful for my purpose, you know? So yeah, it's getting to that stage, you know. So you go through the stage of acceptance and seeing what you can learn and gain from that. And then you go through the stage of actually being grateful. And then you get to the stage where I am now, that I'm not actively seeking out problems. Don't get me wrong, I do want a quiet life. I'm not actively seeking out problems. But I do welcome them. You know, I do welcome them. I welcome them because it shows me how my attitude is being in that moment, how to change the way I'm doing something, or, you know, every problem that hits me now, I always look at the big picture and think, well, why is that happening? Why am I feeling like that? Why is it affecting other people? And it really gives me such a chance for growth. So like I say, I'm not wanting problems, but I'm quite open to them coming, you know. And it's so much more freedom, you know. It's a weight lifted off you when you can stand there and say, do you know what, this shit's hitting the fan all around me, but I can deal with this because I dealt with that and that, and I'm here and I'm helping other people, and, you know, I can deal with this. And not only can I deal with it, when I come out the other side, you know, I'm going in as a caterpillar and I'm in that dark night of the soul, but when I come out the other side, I'm a bloody butterfly, you know. And I can help other people, other caterpillars, you know. It's just changing the whole thing, you know. It's not denying these bad things that have happened. It's not hiding your emotions. It's really letting it all come out and really, like, just opening your vision so wide that you can see it from different perspectives. And yeah, I just really wanted to share that as a bit of encouragement, especially for those of you at the moment that are really struggling. And you know you're a good person, you know, you are really struggling, and it's just to show you that it's a hard thing, but it's a good thing, because the more you get through, the more wiser you come, and the more, you know, the more awake you are. And it really is beautiful. I mean, if you'd lot had known me years ago, you know, you would never have believed, you know. I've always known I was a spiritual person. Like I said, from a young child, you know, I had visions and things like that, but it's been so much, you know, stuff, and it was, like I say, I had the poor me attitude, which drew in more of that. And, you know, it doesn't mean to say that I've got a real happy life and everything's perfect and worked out for me. You know, I'm still scratching around for a pound every now and again. Do you know what I mean? I'm still struggling in a lot of ways, but it's the perspective I've changed on it, and how much I can help myself and help others. So yeah, I really wanted to share that with people who are really struggling, and to look at your obstacles and your struggles in a different way. And like I said, please join my Facebook group. You're more than welcome there. Everybody is just so beautiful and lovely, and I just help you along the way. Okay, all right, you lovely lots. From my heart to yours. Mwah. Bye bye.